everyone, welcome to Femme Fables. Megan here, and I have Anthony and Nick. By the way, I called Anthony Nick on his episode because I was looking.
I like that.
I think it's okay.
I was like, has your mom met Anthony?
And I was like, yes, she birthed me.
I was looking at him, I'm thinking Anthony, and then, like, I don't know.
People call me Nick all the time.
But he was saying
You're
that because,
good.
yeah, his last name. Anyways, we digress. So, if you are a return watcher, thank you. If you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and comment. And if you're listening on one of the podcast platforms, thank you so much for your support. Today, we are talking about body image. So, I thought it'd be interesting to have Nick and Anthony on from a gay male perspective as body image goes versus my straight female perspective. I was telling Anthony off camera, I think gay men are harsh, man, like, as far as body image goes. Like,
For sure.
Definitely.
and then the men I've seen are very fit, and, like, is that an expectation in the community? Like, you know what I mean? So, we're going to talk about that, and then I'm probably going to rant about some stories that things men have said to me about being fit and healthy and body image.
This is the
And,
place to do it.
yeah, and social media, which is the devil, and none of it's real. So,
Sadly.
all of that stuff. So, body image. So, do you feel it, like, when you guys you have your joint Instagram, you got a lot of followers, like, do you feel any pressure, like?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know how long it takes us to, like, get a good photo? Because, like, it's not just one person taking it. There's both of us have to, like, look okay. And I think, like, I have, like, the worst, like, body dysmorphia ever. Like, I've always hated my body. So it's, like, very hard to, like, take a good Instagram photo.
I think it is hard with both of us because, especially on our joint one, you'll see, like, somebody comment just complimenting someone else's body, like one of our bodies.
Yeah.
So then it kind of, like, is like, okay, so is mine not good enough? And then it shouldn't be like that, but it just, you know what, it just, you can't help it.
Right.
You know,
We're not competing with each other because we're here to hype each other up.
Of
So,
course,
and some
right,
people,
yeah.
I feel like, not do it on purpose, but it just, like, kind of seems that way.
You know,
and I don't
being
want
catty
it to seem that
bitches,
way.
like-
Yeah, I
It's
don't
just, it's just the mentality of, I mean, I don't know, we're just surrounded by it.
And, like, we post a lot for, like,
Right.
validity. Like,
Yeah.
people comment that we look good and we're like, okay, like, I look good then. But, like, in reality, like, I still don't feel like I look good, and, like, you know, we always want to, like, look better and feel better. So it's just, like, this weird circle game. Kind of messes with your head.
Well, you said you've had, like, body image issues and things like that growing up, like.
Yes. I mean, me and my brothers were always, like, we had, like, a chubby phase. I mean, it always just, like, because I was a dancer, so, like, all the boys were always fit and skinny, and here's me, like, just a little chubby, and, like, I just always felt insecure. I would, like, starve myself some days, and, you know, I was just not good to my body a lot of the time. So, I mean, now that I'm educated in it, like, I try to eat really good, you know, I fast when I can, and, you know, I will cheat when I want. So, I mean, I'm still not happy with my body, and I don't think anyone ever will be satisfied, but it's just, like, I don't know, it's tough, especially, like, Instagram and all these guys with the six packs and
Oh, yeah.
huge muscles, and, like, I'm just me, and it's just, like, I don't know, it's just, like, a vicious cycle for me.
What do you think? Like, do you?
Well, for me, I remember, I mean, just growing up, like, you see a man's body and you're like, oh my God, I, like, want to have that body when I'm older. And I always grew up the skinny, like, skinny
We're, like, opposite.
person. And I've always been insecure with that. I just remember in high school, I'm like, I'm not this jock. Like, this jock looks, you know, just has more build to him, and that's what I want. Like, that's what I wanted. But, like, a few years ago, definitely when I met Anthony, we both started just going to the gym. And for me, I think, because I talked about it in my coming out episode with you, when I got really sick with ulcerative colitis, I got down to the 110 pounds.
Right.
And
Yeah. That's great.
now when I, like, look at my body, I think I'm just so proud of it that I'm just like, I'm gonna fucking post this, because it goes to the other side of it where you're like, I'm just genuinely really proud
Happy,
of what I have in my body, because I look at a photo when I was 110 pounds in a hospital bed and I was, like, just skin and bone, and then I look at me now and I'm like, it's hard because from the outside it's so easy to be like, he is so fucking vain. Like, he just is so about himself.
That was gonna be my follow-up.
Yeah, I mean, and I get that, and I think I've learned just people are gonna think what they're gonna think. I'm posting it more for me because I'm happy with the body that I have, but to that extent, I also feel like I am a part of the problem because a lot of people will look at it and be like, okay, he has abs, I don't have abs, like, why don't I have this? But it's also good for me too because people will comment and be like, can I have your workout routine? And it's like, you can help people in that aspect.
Right.
But it's hard because I want to be proud of my body. I shouldn't have to feel guilty for what I have either.
Oh, agreed.
But I'm still, like Anthony said, as much as I am proud of the body that I have, it's not where I want it to be. You know what I mean? So it's just like you're constantly like, I don't know, just wanting to be what you're not.
So what I want to follow up. So I used to be the type of person who would judge people for posting selfies, right? And now, like, I'll do it and I'll be like, you know what, I looked really pretty today. I got dolled up, like, you know,
Right.
I want to post this. But I know there are people who are like, look at this bitch posting a selfie. And I do agree, like, people who post 20 selfies a day, I'm like, okay, enough. Like, how many photos of you can we put up in one time? But, you know, if you're on a night out and you look good, and first of all, I'm single, so it's not like I can take a photo with somebody, or I usually would, like, you know, but I'm like, oh, I look pretty, I'm going to post this photo of myself. But, so there's that. Like, okay, is it... I don't think that I'm vain, but I definitely have moments where, like, I look good and I want to post it. Like,
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just think the world is just, like, so harsh and jealous.
They see the photo, but they don't know the person really.
Well, here's,
so, like, you know what I mean?
Right. And so somebody said something to me about that one day, and I said, you know what? What if that girl just got her heart broken and she finally was able to get out of bed and look decent and she wanted to post a photo of herself? Would you think differently then? And they're like, oh, I didn't think about it like that. I'm like, because there were moments, you know, in the past year where I've had those moments where I was like, down in the dumps, and I was like, you know what, I look good today, and I would like to post that not because I'm fishing for compliments or want men to message me, like, it doesn't matter, or likes or whatever. It's just like, you know what, I look good and I want to post about it. Like, it's not, I know there are people who do it for attention and all that stuff, or likes or whatever, but then again, I'm like, I don't give a fuck, like, it's not my life. Do whatever you do.
Nick and I have learned to just, like, because Instagram, like, definitely, like, influences everyone, and, like, I remember being so obsessed with likes, like, growing up when Instagram was, like, newish, and I still kind of was, like, in college, and I was just like, why am I doing this? Like, if I want to post the freaking photo because I like it, I'm going to post it, and if I don't get likes, who cares? It's my Instagram, and I want to post it. So Nick and I have talked about that a lot, and Nick's like, who cares? And I'm like, you're right, like, who freaking cares?
It's hard because I am the person that is more just, I always say, you look so good. Like, I don't care who cares what people think? Just post it.
Yeah.
You look so good, and you just need to be happy that your body looks like this, because I always think back to when I was the 110-pound Nick, and I'm just like, and I look at all of that, and I think there's people that can't even work out. You know what I mean? There's people that are so sick, and I don't know, and it's not even about just working out or whatever, it's just about being happy with the body you have. And if I'm going to post a photo of myself, or if I'm going to post a selfie, like what you just said, like, you should never even have to prove to anybody or give us backstory on why you're even posting a selfie. If I'm posting a selfie, I'm posting it because I want to.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, there's that, and then I have to be mindful of cleavage, because I've had comments like, oh, you're really showing them off today. And it's like, first of all, let's stop over-sexualizing women with large breasts. Like, let's just fucking stop it. Like, no matter what I wear, you're probably going to see something. I'm well endowed. I'm not doing it because I want people to pay attention to me, but I want to wear what I want to wear without judgment.
Are they men and women, or are they both men, like men or women, or is it both?
Mostly women.
Of course. I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but
Yeah,
it's
mostly
ridiculous.
I mean,
Yeah.
when we post Speedo pics, people are like, ooh, I can see your dick, like, big bulge, but I'm just like, it's my Speedo, so, like,
No, I mean,
it's just,
I think that's different, because it's men that are just doing that out of, because they're like,
because they're,
looking at us and they're, you know, they're like, oh my god, whatever. But for her, it's women that are just tearing another woman down because of her cleavage. Like, what? And I feel like that's such a problem.
okay, you're just shocked because I have a nice rack. Like, don't
But then
know.
I'm very mindful of not,
Yeah.
I'm also not one of those people that's always shown it off, but I remember I talked about this story on another episode. I wore a see-through top. Didn't I show you this photo?
You showed me the photo.
With a bra on
and you
underneath.
looked
That was
so
it.
good.
I was fully covered. It was just sheer. Now, I was out in Nashville, which I thought I was on Broadway, so it's a little bit, because Nashville's still a conservative
Yeah.
state, or Tennessee's still a conservative state, but I was like, we're on Broadway. Like, I got the dirtiest looks I've ever gotten in my life. Like, holy shit. And then there were some other women that were like, girl, you look fucking awesome. Rock that shit. You know what I
Right.
mean? And it's like, that's what we, in
That's
general,
what-
that's what we should be doing with people versus tearing them down.
It's your
Like,
body, so
Yeah.
if you want to flaunt it, like Nick said, I'm gonna post it. I want to wear it, so let me wear it. And like I feel better, especially if you're working out and like you deserve that recognition, and like you wanna post it out and show some cleavage. Why the hell not?
I've definitely been guilty though of judging other women, and I think when
Yeah.
that moment happened to me, I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, it just put it was a different
Yeah.
perspective for me about, wow, I have been that girl that's been out and been like, "What is this bitch wearing?" Like, you know what I mean?
No, we do that too. We're like,
Like, her
why did they
vagina's
post
hanging out.
that? Or like,
Yeah.
why are they wearing that? But then I'm like, well, I don't want to be judged for my photos, so like it kind of works both ways. Like you
Mhm.
realize,
Right.
like,
I feel like the bottom line about posting is when you post, that you can't control what people think, but it's hard because you also think to yourself, why does it matter? I mean, in your case, that would just piss me off. Like I am just trying to have fun, and for you to take time out of your amazing life to try to tear me down by giving me a look. For what? Like are you that unhappy?
Well,
with
I
your own
think it's
life?
unhappy and insecure people, but I also feel judged by my own friends sometimes. Like,
Really.
it's not good.
Even yesterday at the Pride event,
I felt judged. Too.
I was wearing
Did
a
you?
crop top,
Mhm.
tank top,
With rainbow star nipple.
rainbow star nipples.
It was
because
amazing.
what other
His
nipples
body,
are
so
you
he
gonna
can wear whatever he wants.
You're gonna wear rainbow star nipples.
Yeah.
No, but we actually got that sent to us from a brand that just wanted us to post it and stuff. And we never wear that, and I just felt like it's Pride and I'm gonna wear what I want and whatever. But I had that on and I just remember getting ready and I looked at myself in the mirror and I was just like, should I do this?
He kept asking, should I wear this? And I was like, yes,
Do I
Nick, you look so
okay?
good.
You did
Just
look
because
really
I
good.
never have that.
Yeah.
I'm always wearing just because society says men should not have crop tops.
Meanwhile, have you seen the 80s?
Right?
Can
I
we
know.
talk
I was
about
like-
I mean,
that?
I wish
really
I was
wanna
in the
bring it
80s.
back.
My dad used to wear
Good.
crop tops all the time.
Crop top,
I
headband.
want to bring back
Yeah.
the male crop top.
Yeah. Bring it
No,
back.
But I just felt like people were going to judge me. Even one of our friends, I just felt like it's more conservative. And
Yeah.
I felt
I
that
felt that
from her.
too.
That was there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, when I came out, and then like one of my friends did like an up and down, and I was like, does this person think I look fat? Does this person think I should change? Like,
And when I came out, walked out, they gave a smile.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just, do I not look good?
Yeah.
No, you look good. I just, you never wear it. Well, yeah, and this is probably why, because you're smiling at me as I'm like, do I look good?
Right.
You
You're like,
know?
what is that smile? It's crazy how, and I know, and, some people aren't self-conscious like that. Some people are. Like, I think we all have our own
I would have
insecurities.
been if I was wearing a crop top, just
Yeah.
because I think I'm like humongous. So
I just
Okay,
can't.
you're not
This
humongous.
is exactly what we're talking about this episode.
yeah, I have like issues like with my body, which is just who I am. So.
Yeah. It is.
You know.
Something you always got to work through.
Right.
Like, I don't know, I've definitely gained weight or whatever, but I never not felt comfortable with my body. Like, I'm completely comfortable being naked in front of somebody. Like, I don't ever think about that. Like, I have friends who are like, I would never be on top because they could see all of me. I was like, I love being
Really?
on top. Like,
Yeah,
like,
let me just
like,
take control.
I mean, like,
Right.
I definitely, like, I'm insecure, so I don't even, like, I hate taking off, like, I know it looks like I like being nude or whatever, but literally I'm so self-conscious, like, it's very weird. Like, I'll post it, but I have to, like, work out before, like, I don't know, it's very interesting.
I think
how
out of
my
us
mind
too, he's
is.
definitely he's super hard on himself.
Yeah.
And
Do you think that's from being a dancer too?
I definitely think it affects a lot of females. One of my really
Well, that's why,
good
yeah.
friends in college suffered from anorexia, and she talks to me about it. But I mean, I get a lot of girls. One of my friends back home, like, she had anorexia and bulimia. She danced. I just think it's just like this body image that people want to have, and I mean, I definitely have some sort of something that it's just hard to like see all these abs and stuff, and like I want that, and like,
Yeah.
and I know I can do it because like I lost like 40 pounds.
Oh.
I don't know, you can post the photo on here, it's on my Instagram and all of that, but yeah, so I'm just hard on myself all the time because I know I can do it, and I know like you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we were talking though. Abs are hard. Like, part
You
of
have
it's
to have no body
genetic.
fat.
A lot of it is it's actually like stomach fat is diet. Really, like you
Yeah,
can do
it's
crunches,
in the
but
kitchen.
it's really
It's in the kitchen.
Yes, it really is food, and I think a little bit like genetically based. Like,
A little
I
bit.
feel like your whole body is genetic.
Yeah.
And I feel like everyone has their own body.
If you want
Yeah.
abs, you really have to work hard for it. If you
Yeah, it's
you
hard
can
work.
do it, you can put in the effort. It might take a few years, but like at the end of the day, it's gonna be worth it. Our friend Casey says it's a marathon, not a race. So I go.
She
Oh,
with
that's
it.
probably
fair.
wasn't the only one that said that.
No, but that's where I heard it from,
Yeah.
Nick.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, like I've always had like bigger arms, even when I was 115 pounds. You know, I'm 5'2". Like I've never had stick rail thin arms. Like, you know, so I've always been like conscious about it. But now but
And
I work
that's
out
the
a ton.
genetics,
Like,
though.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel.
Look at that, like, muscle.
I mean,
Damn,
look
bro.
at this.
Look at those guns.
For
Seriously.
me, not even just body, I have always been so self-conscious of my nose.
Really?
Oh my gosh. I give my dad crap all the time about
Which
it.
I need to see your dad because he says you look like your dad, and I've never seen him.
Yes. I'll show you a photo.
Mm.
But I'm like, you gave me this nose. And
It's not even a bad nose.
I just,
I don't know.
like, it goes like this.
Oh, I love
This
your
is body
nose.
image, guys,
Yeah.
okay? So it goes in, like, and then it kind of bumps up. And I just have always been so self-conscious
Yeah.
of it. And that's just me. I mean, growing up, I've always been self-conscious of
Yeah.
it. But now I look at all these other options for nose jobs, and
I was
I
like,
don't
have
think
you
I-
looked into that? Like, have you considered
well, I do have
it?
a deviated septum.
Okay, so
So
you could go and
that
fix
was like the celebrity. I had to get a.
that was
you
the
know,
reason why I had
like
a deviated
deviated
septum.
septum.
So
I have to get it done.
Yeah,
But nose. What freaks me out is I'm also so like anal about it. Well, I'm gay, but I am so anal about just everything that if I do a nose job and it's not what I want my nose
Oh,
to
right.
look like, it's like
That's what's scary.
so terrifying.
it's a commitment, or
That's
you
why,
gotta
like-
go in and fix it again.
Yeah, because I don't think it's that bad where I'm like desperate to do it and like have somebody break it or something. But I have seen that they do injection ones now where it's a liquid nose job and
It doesn't last forever though.
they basically inject like right here.
That's what sucks.
It lasts
Mhm.
a year and then it starts dissolving, but they inject so it like goes straight. And then they can lift this for me if I wanted to lift it.
I love your nose.
Thank you. But that's
That's
just
good nose.
that's really my
Thank you.
biggest thing body wise. Thank you.
I mean, I feel like everyone has different things that they
Oh
just,
yeah,
like,
for
hate about
sure that they're
themselves.
right.
Like I hate my
self-conscious
voice,
about.
like silly things, yeah.
But just body image, like for you, do you really think the audience that you struggle with is like your friends? Like, does it
That
hurt
are
you a
females.
lot when your friends? You feel like your friends judge you, and is it often?
It's probably my own. Nobody's actually said anything to me, but it's probably my own, like, analytical mind. Like, are they judging me because I'm posting this selfie and I took one, last week, or something like that? And, I don't know. Nobody's ever said anything to me. It's my own, like,
Right.
Mind
kind of thing.
screwing
And
with you.
I will say, like, body image wise, I've like as I've gotten older, I'm curvier than I had ever been in my life. But what's funny is I've probably like have dated the most attractive men I've ever dated
Really?
at my curviest. So I like that. I think curvy girls made a comeback like in time. Like I was asking about Nicki Minaj, and she had
I love her.
She has
I know,
acid
but has she
plants,
have an acid
but we
plant?
love her, yeah.
Oh, she definitely. Yeah, she had
Okay.
it. She had
And
surgery,
she's,
and she. I mean, she
Is
Is
talks
she
talks
open
about
about
it.
it?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's good.
It's
The
in her
girls that are like,
lyrics.
I don't have anything done. I was like, bitch, that your there's no, that is not like anatomically
Yeah, there's
naturally
no way.
possible.
I mean, you can just see it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I do like about her is like,
Like,
it's
she's
in
just
her.
upfront and honest.
That's what I wish, but that's what I think. If more women were upfront and honest,
Mhm.
it wouldn't be so hard on the ones that are like, okay,
Right.
right? Because I'm sorry, but there are not so smart men that think all women should look like that. Like, you should be a Victoria's Secret model, or you should, you know what I mean? And some of them, yes, they have amazing bodies. They work very hard. They probably don't eat, like, you know what I mean? Like, they have a lot of pressure to look perfect because they're models or what have you. But guess what? The average girl is not a fucking model. So,
And if men
Or
think
the
that
man, or a man.
the
or a man,
body
yeah.
that
But I think women are women love dad bods. Like, you hear straight women talk, like, I will take a dad bod any day than that ripped guy with a 12-pack abs. Like, you know, they're soft and cuddly, like, who wants to hug a rock, right? Like, you know, I mean, you hear women say that. I think it's more acceptable on the female side than men being like, you know what, I like a soft woman and
Yeah, I mean,
little tummy
you
fat.
usually see men trying to date, like, a fit, like, petite, like,
the word fit.
big boobs.
It's like a trigger for me.
I know, yeah. So
You know what I mean?
let's
I
talk
just, like,
about
twitched.
that.
Let's talk about
I was
the
like-
FIT, baby.
Let's talk about fit.
Because, like,
What is the
What does it
definition
even
of fit? Should we
mean?
ask Google?
Alexa, what's the definition of fit? That did not help at all.
Alright, Alexa.
Or-
fired.
Alexa.
Alexa did not help us.
Nobody probably could hear Alexa, but she did not help us. So
Oh.
I'll tell you this story. I was out at a bar, and this guy came out who was a doctor, and he just moved from Colorado, which I've heard Colorado is very body conscious as like a state. Like, I've heard that from people. Like, there's a lot of pressure because it's very outdoorsy.
Really?
People do.
Oh,
That's what
like
I've heard.
Florida.
Yes. So I went on a date with a guy who told me that. So I don't know if it's true. I've never been to Colorado, but I was asking this guy, like, what type of women do you like, you know? And of course, men, like, usually are like, I want them tall. And then I was like, okay, physically, yes, but what are you actually looking for in a person? Because all that shit's going to go away one day. But anyways, that's another fucking rant for another day.
Yeah.
So he tells me, I like a girl who's fit. And I always find this funny, because you hear about people being skinny fat. They can have a great body. They don't take care of themselves. They don't work out. I have friends like this.
Like, they're not physically healthy, but they look
Right.
Right.
fit.
Right, and that's what triggers me, because it's so unfair to say I like a girl who's fit. And then that was the point. What does that mean? And as I said, what does that mean to you? He's like, well, you know, she takes care of herself. I'm like, what does that? I
take care of myself.
Right.
I shower. I eat. Like, what do you mean?
I
But
work out.
gym wise,
Yeah. So, well, that's what my point to him. And I said, okay, you have a girl that's 5'7", 120 pounds, and eats Cheetos every day. Is she fit? He's like, no. I was like, so would you date her? He's like, well, I'd probably figure that out in a couple months if she was like that. I was like, get the fuck out of my face right now with your bullshit. Like, come the fuck on. You're a doctor, you want arm candy, you want a girl to look a certain way, just to fucking admit it. Just fucking admit it. Like, that's what bothers me. Just be honest. Like,
But if
because
she's
what you
fit
want.
is like athletic, right?
right, and that's what I was
There's,
telling
like,
him.
different-
Right,
yeah.
I work out 6 times a week. Like, you saw my guns? No, I'm
So
kidding.
good, yeah.
But
The
you know what
Orange
I mean?
Theory.
Like, I'm strong. Like, I can play sports. I can do things. I can run and not die,
No,
be
you
out of
should.
breath. Like,
You want to see how fit I am? I can punch you and
Yeah.
put you in a chokehold in 2.5 seconds.
and I've done jujitsu, so I can take your ass fucking
Oh,
down.
that's right. You
Yeah.
told me that.
Bethany and I did that. So,
I'll do jitsu.
yeah.
You?
So you bitch. No, I guess for me, like, because I know how hard I work out, and you know, just with age, like, I'm 38 years old. My metabolism, you know, I'm not who I used to be when I was 28 years old. It's just not. That's just not life sometimes. And yeah, it just triggers me because I told you, like, I see girls that are way heavier than me booking it at Orange Theory. Like, they are running at an 8 on the treadmill the whole time.
So
Like,
good.
they're fit, like, they're healthy, fit people. They take care of themselves or whatever. So it's just like, it's a harsh judgment, because it's like, so if a guy sees that girl walking down the street, oh, she's a little overweight, but maybe she probably works out 7 times a week. You
Like,
have no idea. It's
I
such
have
a judgment.
friends that eat terrible, but they look
Oh, yeah.
so amazing. They're like, I don't even work out. I'm just like,
Oh, when people say
you
that
need
to me,
to. Like, you need to for, like, one for your
It's-
mental health and for your like your heart and your body
Right.
to like.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna come back to you in the end, and you're
Right.
gonna die at the age of like.
Exactly.
young.
It's not just to be skinny and fit. It's actually
you need
because
to like
cardiovascular,
take care of your body
like, right.
and
It's
eat
just-
healthy foods.
That's the one that we didn't do yet. Was
Which
the,
one?
Talk about
the working out and
Yeah, we're gonna do a fitness one.
Okay, I'm down.
Yeah. So we're gonna see if we can like FaceTime him in or somehow and have
Yeah.
him
Well, that'd be
virtually.
so
And I
cool.
gotta figure
Yeah,
it out
like I'll be like.
when he's not
sitting.
dancing.
Yeah.
that would be cool.
But
Like
yeah,
there's
I
some
don't know.
just for as an example, like I have friends that are like heavy set, but they're friggin' amazing dancers, and they can probably outbeat me in a dance contest or something.
And
Like
they are
there's
fit.
and like dancing is like a lot of like cardiovascular. So like I mean it really depends on the person, but I define fit as like eating good and taking care of yourself like physically and like and it doesn't matter the shape or size, like you know how your body is. So
I was just gonna say, I really never thought of it like that.
yeah.
And I think that's so important because, like, I don't know, like we just talked about, a lot of people don't really think of it like that.
No.
I really haven't. I'll own up to that. I haven't thought of it like that, and it's so true. I feel shitty now.
I'm sorry. And
I know,
I
but
probably
it's
went a little
true.
hard at this guy. Terry's like, come on, Megan. I was like, well, you know what? He's about to get it. Like,
Well, it's offensive.
But fit means
Yeah.
like you work out and like you do take care of yourself.
But does it mean like he's looking for like a skinny girl? Because that's
That's
what you were
basically what
saying.
he's
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you want somebody who's skinny. Don't say the word fit. And then it was funny. I must have been drinking because usually I'm not this like confrontational, even though I don't mind confrontation. But I said to him, I was like, well, what do you think of us? Like, Terry and I are both curvy girls. We're shorter. We got big boobs, real big boobs. And he's like,
Real.
you're cute. Like, it was very much like,
Why do we give them the time of day?
yeah, I was just curious. He wasn't that attractive. He was a ginger, actually, too. So,
Okay.
yeah. He wasn't
mean, I like
unattractive
ginger.
gingers, but let's be honest about gingers. You're either attractive or you're not.
True.
Sorry. Like,
No, it's true.
speaking from a ginger,
Sorry, not
please don't
sorry.
judge me, but I'm a ginger. I'm going to tell you right now. Like, there is one spectrum or the other, unfortunately. Like,
There are some hot gingers out there.
there are some hot gingers. Somebody called me a unicorn once. I was working in Chicago, and this guy saw me. He went to his friend who was a girl, and he was like, oh my God, she's a unicorn. She's a hot ginger. And I was
Oh
like,
my god.
I'm a unicorn. No, I'm just kidding. Not that I'm like calling myself hot, but whatever. Like, I was like, oh,
I'll touch your unicorn.
right? Right?
Oh my god.
So, but yeah, I think it's unfair to say, like you said, I would rather him like, you know what, I want somebody who's tall and skinny. Check. All right, cool. Like, you
Yeah.
want somebody
Well,
who's
that's
tall
not
and
me,
skinny.
so
Right.
peace out. Don't
Right.
door hit ya.
Tall and skinny.
Yeah.
I don't
Like you.
know.
I just don't.
Like
Fit,
me.
but you're fit.
Like, of course, I would love to date someone. Obviously, Nick and I like work out together. Like, we meal prep and all that. Like, that's what I like. Like, yeah, he doesn't need to have a 6-pack and all that. He does, but I'm just saying, like,
Bonus. No.
if he didn't, like, I wouldn't love him any less.
Yeah, it's
I think
just
that's
hard.
what's hard for me too, because I'll hear him talk about how hard he is on himself,
Yeah.
and I'm like, come on, you look so
You're,
good.
you're so hot.
And it's hard because, like, sometimes it makes me want to just stop the social media because it adds so much. And
Yeah.
if we weren't on social media, you would never. I mean, you definitely would still have your own body stuff, but I don't think it would be at all close to what it is right now.
Yeah, I definitely agree
Oh,
with that.
100%.
But I'm just always
guess
been
it's
hard
just
on
the
myself. I'm a Virgo, like we were talking
Right,
about.
yeah.
It's just like we have to be perfectionists.
We're our
and I
own worst
want,
critic, for sure.
and I always like, maintain like healthiness and wellness, but I would love
He's
to
so funny.
have a model body, and I don't, and that's okay.
He
Well, it's not
Like,
okay.
I want to be
but-
5'10", but that ain't never going to happen.
But I know we could do it.
like, we'll just be like, we'll go eat,
Mm.
and we will come back home, and he'll say, "Are you gonna have dessert?" Because he's just like,
Like, I get like weird because like if he's not eating, like then I can't eat. Like, I'll get weird. I'm like, well, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
I get
okay.
it, yeah.
I'm like, are you gonna have that cookie so I can have my yogurt? My cheat is like a yogurt with granola.
Are you
But I'm like,
having
Nick, are you sure you're not gonna eat? Because I don't.
Try to
I won't-
like make me have a whole cake over here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have yogurt, but you eat
I
that
just don't.
cake.
Yeah,
Eat
I
the
just
cake. I'm
feel
gonna
like
have my
shit
yogurt.
if I'm the only one eating because I'm like, damn, I'm eating more calories than him. Like I
Oh
need
wow.
to like.
Yeah, that's a.
I have like weird. I don't know why I am the way I am. But
I just think it's the body. I mean, it's the body image thing, and I just think you have to.
Childhood
We
trauma.
all have
Everything
to
relates
learn.
back to childhood trauma. If you watch any of my other podcast episodes,
Yes,
we
I
all
mean-
talk about our childhood
No, it
trauma.
definitely.
I told you I grew up like chubby and like
Yeah.
I did get made fun of for that too. Like people would say like you're fat and stuff.
It sticks
Even
with
I
you.
wasn't fat, but I
Good.
know like I was chubby, and then my older brother got really fit. He was like the captain quarterback of football, and I was like I want to be like him,
Mm-hmm.
and like I started dieting, whatnot, whatever, and then like I was always like skinny, but this is like probably the fittest I've ever been. So
Well, you look great. I told him when I first saw him, I was like peering out my cubicle, and then he like talked to you
Yeah,
for an
you told
extended
me
period
that.
of time, and I was like, oh, that's Nick's boyfriend, I think. Like he doesn't like women.
I know.
sorry about
He
it.
likes Nick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Nick's dick.
Yeah, that's okay.
Nick's dick. Well, do you think now that because I don't remember where I was going with this, but do you look at yourself now, because you said that you are
I've
really
never
super
really-
comfortable
yeah,
with
I've
yourself.
never- Even there were moments where I was like, you know what, I'm not as fit as I would like, you know what I mean? And then I busted my ass, and I still got probably like 10 pounds to lose, but it's not making or breaking me. Like I'm just staying even now because I haven't really, I don't know, life's been a little crazy, so I haven't been able to eat as well as I normally do.
Life gets in the way.
But
Yeah, for
insecurity wise, is there anything about
Mental health
just
is like a big thing on that.
that you
Yeah.
are insecure about?
My arms, like I said, like I feel like I have like Goliath arms,
Oh my gosh.
and
They're not
then
even big.
They're fit. And
Why?
your tattoos look good.
I know, but I was like, now I'm like, I've got a Goliath Phoenix on my Goliath arm
love
now.
I have little
Your
arms and I
arms are
hate
not
it.
even huge. You're
They're
like, they're
not,
Goliath.
Yeah, but so that, and then no, like I guess I don't have issues in that regard as far as like body image. I mean, I definitely.
Being judged for showing
Oh my
cleavage.
god! So I remember in high school, I liked a guy, and this was right when like Britney Spears became like super popular, and he
Love me some Britney.
legit told me, he's like, "Well, I'd go out with you if you look more like Britney Spears."
Oh my gosh.
No, this is
Well,
not a
Britney,
fucking
and
lie.
I'm not blonde,
What?
so
Right.
sorry about it.
And that still sticks with me, like to this day. And then I had another boy who didn't like me because I went to Plant High School, so a very preppy, well-to-do high school, and in Tampa. And this guy had a crush on me, I had a crush on him, but he ended up dating like the rich girl because that fit the social status at the time versus, I grew up middle class, like, driving my parents' minivan in high school, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were driving Mercedes and Beamers and
That was
Hummers,
me.
and yeah. But
No, the driving Mercedes and Hummers was not me. The driving an 04 Explorer was
Yeah.
me,
no, I was in my parents' minivan that had a TV and the bed came out, so we called it the shag wagon, and people would just hook up in the
Oh my
van. Oh yeah,
gosh.
the shag wagon.
That sounds
It was
like a
actually
good time.
beneficial for
Driving
everybody.
movies,
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
If it's still available, we could have it as a party bus.
We could.
The
And little
Mystery Inc.
lights,
band
Yeah.
have
from
lights
Scooby-Doo.
around it, the inside, like. But yeah, no, I mean,
If
I
you
don't.
look more like Britney Spears. It's crazy how
I
that
love Britney,
person
though,
has
so-
changed over time. Now it's the Kim Kardashian.
Right. And
Like
that's-
slim thick,
Right.
like
Well, I look at like Kim Kardashian and Cardi B, and I'm like, their waist is this big and their ass is giant, and then they got tits too, and you're like, you're really not gonna look like that unless you pay for it. Like, you know what I
Seriously.
mean? Like, there are girls who are blessed to have that type of figure, but but then you have men who are they see this. I'm speaking from my perspective, but like they see this type of woman all the time. They're following them on Instagram. There's these influencers, and we talked about like you can tell like if you don't think somebody. They either have to edit it very well, or you can tell like if they
the
make
back is
their
The war
warped.
things.
The
Even the
warping.
littlest
Oh,
things. Like
The
I
warping is
noticed
the
littlest
best.
things. Like if you need help editing, just ask us.
yeah right
Just kidding.
message.
No, but it's just
Nick and Anthony.
so-
I should-
It's just like
It's like I don't even like using that stuff. Like
it's actually very comedic.
and I love when
for
I
me.
don't have to use it. Like it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Although I
there have been
now I
times
do
where I
feel
have
bad.
for sure. Like I'll admit, like I've done it.
yeah,
Like,
I mean, who hasn't?
right. Or
Who
I'll
hasn't
like,
whitened their teeth? Like, come
right.
on.
I usually just like soften my like skin. Like
I will
don't
like get my
edit
zits away for sure.
Right.
Oh, I
yeah.
always.
I'm
get
never,
the zits
like-
away.
Right, but I'm not like editing my entire
not-
body.
like,
Yeah, I'm not
maybe
like,
some
hey,
way-
baby.
There's like
I
a
do
warp.
it. I did it for fun one time, and I showed Anthony. I was like, "Should I post this?"
And I was like-
I mean, there was no way I would ever post it because it's so dramatic.
You should have. You should have posted. Just
But
so
it's
people
like
say.
my waist was just so in, and then I just completely enlarged my ass, like
That's
just
hilarious.
sideways, and it was just really good. I did like it for a little bit because it reminded me of Nicki Minaj.
I was like, I was about to say where you're like channeling
Nicki.
Nicki. But yeah, I don't know. I think if you're struggling with body image, social media is probably not the best place for you to
Yeah.
spend a lot of your time and just work on yourself and feeling good about yourself. And like you said, working out for me was a huge mental health thing, and
Me
we'll
too.
probably talk about it a little more when we
Absolutely.
do that episode. But going through COVID and then a breakup,
You know, shit happens.
it took so much for me to get my ass back in the gym. But then after my workouts, and I was telling my friend this because she's struggling with starting to work out, I was like, you just got to get there.
Yeah,
and once you
yes.
get there, like I would come home like elated, like singing, like
I know.
because those endorphins, you know what I mean? All of that's like released in your body and it's important. But yeah, she's struggling to get to the gym. She doesn't want
Feels
to.
so good.
Life is a marathon, like I
Yeah.
said, not a
Okay.
race. So just take it one day at a time. People go through shit all the time that roadblocks them. I mean, and like puts you in like a bad mental state, which makes you eat bad. Blah blah blah. Happens to all of us, literally.
Drink
so
a lot.
you just have to get back on
I mean,
track
yes,
and like everything. You know, do it in moderation. If you want to eat a piece of cake, eat that damn piece of cake, and then
And just love
you
yourself.
know, yeah.
Eat the rest of the day
And
healthy.
be
Like that's
happy.
what I did.
and then
Wait,
the
wait,
next day, just
alright.
work your ass
Stop
off.
talking.
Sorry, Nick. Go ahead.
It's okay.
He's singing.
I just,
He does that a lot.
Yeah. No, I feel like it's just be happy with who you are too.
As long as you're happy, who the
I
hell cares?
yeah. I just have.
And if they don't like it, fuck them. No.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Bitches.
What was the thing?
Sorry,
What
I
was the rap?
interrupted you again.
I'm sitting here. What was my rap again? I wanted to do it. I forgot it.
Oh, with Megan Ham.
No,
Yeah, that
it
was
wasn't
yours.
that
Mine
one.
was just. I'm sitting here with Megan. She said, "When we hang in." That was literally all I said. And I
Nice.
thought it was great.
Yeah.
No, I just feel like it's just be happy with yourself and know that
If you
there's so much
yeah.
fake out there.
There's so much fake. That's what I'm saying. If you're like, I'm actually not on, I don't go on social media that much anymore. I'll post about the podcast or I'll post a photo and then I'll scroll maybe a little bit here and there, but I don't stay on it very long. Like,
And this thought just came across to me because I don't want to shit on the ones that do end up getting surgery or whatever, because I genuinely feel like if it's what makes you happy,
yeah, exactly.
then that's what makes you happy.
Agreed.
Right.
Because
Do it.
I mean, Kylie Jenner is a huge one.
Mhm.
She,
I mean,
you
she
look at
looks
her
great,
from
though.
no, she looks amazing, but it does start this whole thing
Yeah.
with body image issues.
like lips and all that.
And it's hard because a lot of people will talk shit about her too and say that wasn't your
But
body.
it's made her happy. She was insecure, and like it made her.
Yeah,
more
the lip
confident.
thing, that was a huge big deal about
Yeah.
her, but like you said, that makes her happy. I just feel like it's just all about being happy and being happy with your body, and you don't have to do the surgeries. I don't
No,
know.
but if you want to and you have the money, why
I
the
was
hell
gonna say,
not?
if you have the money, go for it. But they're young girls who follow girls like that who don't have money and are trying to meet that expectation if that's
Then
how
that
they're
comes with
supposed to look
anorexia,
like.
blah, blah,
right.
blah.
And there's like this whole, so I think, unfortunately as a
Ownership.
celebrity, you have some level of responsibility because people
Yeah.
look up to you. So if you are like Kylie, and I don't really follow her, so I don't know like how she is as a person, but like, does she even talk about that? Like,
She
I don't
does.
think she talked about the whole lip thing
Okay.
and how she was insecure. This was the
see, and
story
I
I
think that's
just
important. Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
saw it. She said that when she was in high school, she kissed this boy, and he said to her after she kissed him, "You're a really good kisser for someone with really small lips." And then that like traumatized her about her lips, and
Really?
then that's when she started doing like the
The
liner
line.
on
The
the
liner,
lips,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
she did the injections, and I don't know. I mean,
See, but then those are the things, like, once you hear someone's story, you're like, oh, wow. Like, rock your lips,
Yeah,
girl. Like,
I mean, I'm sure
yeah.
everyone who has gotten some type of plastic
Yeah.
surgery or obviously insecure, and
Yeah.
they want to look like this
Right.
this you know, like
Well,
I don't
all I
really know
can
the word.
tell you is
This model over
Yeah.
here. I mean, don't we all?
I did not look like some of these girls at their age, like 14 years old.
Oh yeah, now times have just changed.
Like I had braces, and
I
I
was
had like a
fat.
half up scrunchie and crimped hair.
Don't you feel like
I had
the
braces too.
generation now, even in middle school, looks so different?
No,
from
they look
a
good.
Middle school that was from 10
Where's
even
the
10
Where's
years
the
ago.
awkward face? Where's that ugly
Where
awkward
is
no,
face?
why is
that
everyone
awkward
so
face?
Where you look
goddamn
like
pretty?
a bobblehead, like 'cause your
Yeah.
head's too big and your body's still small.
I
Like,
had like 2 years where I was
Is
like,
acne even
I
a
looked
thing
like
for
that.
these kids anymore? Because I swear I don't even see it.
I really didn't have
I see it in
acne, though.
adults now. Like I don't think it's
Yeah.
gone away.
no, I don't know what these kids are doing, but yeah, I see girls and I was like, what like is happening? I did not look like that. I think I had like an Adidas tracksuit at one point. Like
That's very
I know
I like
everything's
those,
coming
though.
back. Mom
Adidas.
jeans. Like I was looking at the girls yesterday and I was
Mhm.
like, wow.
There was
There's
a
some
hot
stuff
ginger
coming
there.
back. Was there?
Yeah. Did you
Me.
not see her?
Hello.
Well,
No,
obviously you,
Oh yes,
Amber.
No.
yes, she's very pretty.
Oh
She was
yes,
at the
I
end
did
of the
see her.
table,
I remember.
yeah.
Okay, I did see her. Yes, I remember. Because I usually like I'm like, oh, a ginger. Like, I think
It's
I
like
did
a
see
Oh,
her.
there's a ginger.
I was like, ooh, a ginger, and then somebody was pouring tequila in my mouth, and I forgot.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, no, I think it's it's tough. It's tough out there. Be easy on yourself. And I think the other thing, to your point too, one step at a time. I think people try to do so much. That's when
And
you
then
fail.
yeah,
Like it's one little. You gotta one little thing at a time because people go so like full tilt, and you can't withstand that for a long period of time. Versus, like you said, if you want to eat the cake, eat the cake. But if I know I want cake later, I'm probably eating
yeah, like
green throughout the day.
use my fitness
So-
pal, track your calories if you're
Right.
really strict about it. Like
Yeah.
you have to like plan it out if you
Right.
you know what I mean?
No, and that's why I've been kind of bad. Is like it does take prep work. It takes and I haven't had any time to like do that, and that's on me. You can make time, but yeah, it's
And
been
then
crazy.
I do this like if I eat like bad, then the next day I'm like I have to do so much cardio, but I'm like punishing myself for. And then there was this quote like don't punish your body for what you ate, like working on the gym because that's what your body can do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
it's the gym. Working out should be a celebration of what your body can
yes,
do.
thank you. That was the
that's a
quote.
good. I've
Isn't
never.
that so good?
I've
Like
never
not
heard
what you
that.
ate.
I
yes,
always
you
think
know what I
about
mean?
that now.
That's such a good quote.
Yeah.
I love that.
So just think of that,
Yeah.
all you people watching out there.
I know.
And if you don't want to work out, then don't work out. Just be happy.
Like,
People
you're-
don't have to.
yeah.
Like they just eat healthy and then
But you
like
should a
just
little
walk.
bit. Like
Or
a brisk
just-
walk
yeah.
every now and then would be.
Right. Yeah. You don't have to be.
sound like brick walk.
brick,
Just a brick walk.
house.
When I started back at Orange Theory, I couldn't run. I power walked, which sometimes is harder when you're power walking at a 12
Yeah.
incline for 3
Yeah,
minutes.
that-
Like
you have
that's
to, like,
tough,
hold
man.
it on.
Yeah, I know. I'm like holding on like for dear life.
It's such
Like
good. It's good for your booty.
yeah, but now I ran. Now they're back to like it's called 2G. So I did 26 minutes straight of running today.
Wow, good for
that's
you.
so good.
I mean, like that's see how much you've improved.
Yeah.
Like it's just all about like
Celebrating what your body
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, like I was dying before. Now I'm like, okay, I can run like 26 minutes
That's
straight.
so
Like,
good.
Yeah.
we all need to take our own advice because sometimes I don't listen to my own advice, and I'm really thinking right now I need to.
And once you hear this back and you listen to yourself,
I know, I'm gonna be
say
like,
the same shit,
I
like, you know what,
need
I
to
need
do
advice
this.
to myself.
Lock it in his phone, like this podcast audio,
Yeah.
so when he's at the gym, he hears
It's
it.
like just this part,
Yes.
just replaying.
So hopefully you guys got something out of it. We all have our own body image issues and own things we're insecure about and struggle with. Even if on social media it looks like we're the most confident people in the world. Which I was talking to him about your naked underwater photos, which I'm putting that photo up on the YouTube video.
And yes,
Oh,
we did
okay.
crop out our peepees.
Because I was
I was
asking if
actually
they had to
so-
do that.
Everyone's ass, and they
We
do
were
what?
talking about it as Kim, Terry, and I were like, did they have to crop out like
They did have to
because
crop it out.
you're both
like
vertical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Vertical. So I was
We were
like, wouldn't that
vertical.
like float
They were
like?
hanging.
Yes. Because like in the regular photos,
That
like
was-
I was like,
I was
yeah, we definitely had to crop that.
leading
out.
up to that though. I was so nervous. That's like kind of the whole body image thing. I
Mhm.
just was like, I'm so nervous, like because when you're underwater, at least like you can like when you're on land, you can like how your body
Yeah.
is
Like,
going
you know
to
you're
look
good
stance.
standing or
Yeah.
sitting.
Right.
But underwater, it's just like things hang.
Yeah.
Things did hang.
Things
And
floated.
then you're just like, I don't know what it's
Floated.
gonna look
Is that a word?
like. I don't. I
They were-
hope it
they
looks
turned out
good.
great. They
I
were
love
awesome.
them.
Yeah, and I was telling her like how fun it was, and like we kept
It
laughing.
was so
and,
fun.
like the guy was really cool. Like
We spent like 2 or 3 minutes straight. Like when we got in the water and he was ready to take the photos, we just started giggling.
Oh my god.
And we were like,
yeah. And then I drank so much of the Mexican like water, like I was like so sick after because you just kept like when you are swimming and you just ingest it. I just like because we were underwater for so long. Anyway, off topic.
Nothing to do with this,
but
That's what
We
it's
just
about. We go,
Yeah.
we beer all the time. All right, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you have your own stories about body image or anything, feel free to email us at femfables@gmail.com. Our next episode will be about the continuation of health and fitness and mental health and the importance of it, especially kind of going through the pandemic. I think that was extremely important for me anyways. So, but all right, we will see you guys on the next time. Thank you as always for your support. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.